What's up, guys? It's the California Sheephead season opener, and I'm wearing my sheep hat, even though I ordered the sheep hat. They sent me this thing that looked like it has 4 ears, 2 here and 2 here, and I look like Goopy, the deformed dog. Anyway, gonna try to disguise myself as a sheep today, infiltrating the Sheephead farm here in Long Beach, and we're gonna try to catch our limit today. So hopefully I'm gonna put on a show for you guys, and we'll see you at the spot. So I want to talk a little bit about one of the things I've noticed in areas where fishes like to stack up and hang out. So if you noticed, the sun rises on the other side of this jetty, and all that time since the time the sun rises, this whole part is all shade. So you got the jetty creating shade, and you got the kelp creating shade on top. And fishes, they like to have a sense of security and sense of safety, and once they're comfortable, they'll eat. Of course, I mean, tides play a factor into that, and the time as well, but the areas, so not all jetties are gonna have sheep's head. You'll notice there are certain conditions, like if there's like food, abundance of food scattered around, or there's, I know in this particular area there's sea urchins, lobsters, shellfishes. So but also, if you notice, that's around the corner. So around the corner there's a lot of aeration, a lot of water movement, and it moves, sometimes it moves food around, and they like to feed on that as well. But they don't want to constantly hang out at the corners because there's a lot of movement, water movement, so they're always constantly going to have to work hard. So they'll hang out at areas where they can actually chill, right? So that's heavy movement of water over there. Over here is a little bit more chill. So when you guys look for sheepheads, look for those kind of conditions, okay? But today I'm also going to be dropping down this GoPro, so I'm gonna try to get underwater footage and just see what it's like down there. I mean, I'm kind of curious myself. So I'm gonna apologize for the jerk motion of the video up and down. It is because I dropped the camera all the way down to the bottom, and then I cranked 2 cranks up, and then I let it dangle. So the motion up and down of the video is actually the wave and the wake's hitting my kayak, thus the motion going up and down. So here comes a male sheephead. If you notice on the left side of the screen, unfortunately, water's murky. Here comes a pair of Garibaldi. They're the California state fish, so you are not allowed to catch them. If you do, you gotta release. Okay, so here I caught a fish on my other rod. I caught the sheephead on my other rod. But the camera rod, I dropped the camera all the way down. And this is what I was talking about. Oh, by the way, I got lucky. The camera went into the hole, but I was able to get it out. But you'll see that there's a sea urchin right there. So you'll see a few more sea urchins around. Fish on. First sheep of the day. It is a legal size. This is about 15 and a half. Just had a bite. Just had a bite.
Round one, fight!
Oh, caught my limit. Legal size, I'm pretty sure.
Finish him!
Finish him, Daddy!
Fatality. Flawless victory.
Alright, so chumming. Shrimp, I buy at the Asian markets. They're like $5 a pound. And I just tear off the tail, but I also leave a little meat on it. So I just drop it down and I start doing this, you know, like a few of them. California sheepheads are hermaphrodites, which means they can be multi-sex, male and female. But for the most part, if not 100% of the time, um, California sheepheads are born as females, and at some point in their life they switch over to being male. Now, not all of them will switch over to males, but some of them will switch over. And I don't know, I think that's kind of weird, but for them that's normal. Like I mean, I married my wife, she's female, but for whatever reason, one day she decides to, she wakes up and she's a male. She looks down and she sees that she just got whatever I got. I don't think it's gonna work for me, because I didn't sign up, to sword fight every night and play lightsabers. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So yeah, it wouldn't work out for me, but maybe for some folks. Different strokes for different folks, right? And so I don't know, if my wife woke up and she's a dude, I'd be like, sorry babe, but, or maybe I should say, sorry bro, but I didn't sign up for bromance. But one of the other fun fact is that they feed on crustaceans, shellfishes, right? Sea urchins, lobsters, sea snails, crabs, but they're actually prey to a few predators. Well, one of them, you're looking at them. Second one are birds. Interestingly, birds, they pick off sheepheads. Well, the smaller ones, of course. Birds wouldn't be able to pick up like a 30-inch sheephead, but the smaller sheepheads they fall prey to birds. So humans, birds. Third one on the list is sea lions. So sea lions actually eat sheepheads. So if you aren't very bright like me, I got sheepheads dangling off the side of my boat, right, in the water. And if sea lions come by, they feel like they need to eat or want to eat, they're gonna pay me a visit and start tugging. We'll start playing tug of war. But interestingly, the fourth predator are giant sea bass. Giant sea bass eats sheepheads. And giant sea bass are also known as black sea bass. Now, I've never used a sheephead as a live bait, and I mean, I'm pretty sure there's black sea bass around here. It's just that you cannot catch them. They are one of the protected marine species. If you accidentally catch them, you got to release them. You cannot take it with you. Doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter what day, doesn't matter what season. It is a protected species, so you got to release black sea bass, also known as giant sea bass. So interestingly, yeah, there are those 4 predators that I know of that eats and prey on sheepheads. Other than that, I don't know any other facts for you guys. It's interesting that the California Wildlife Agency has decreased the number of sheepheads you can take home. from 5 to 2. So last year was 5, limit was 5. This year it's 2. Still 12 inches, legal size. So they did not increase the legal size to like 13 or 14 like they do with bass. But even then, honestly, if I catch a 12 incher, I would let it go like I did in my last video. The bigger ones, I don't know, that to me the smaller ones seems like they got more bones, or they're just, I don't know, I just don't like eating the small ones, and of course nobody does. But the bigger ones, like the ones I caught last time, was 18, one was 18 inch and one was 17. I gave the 17 incher to my friend, but the 18 inch I steamed it up, you know, Hong Kong style, with soy sauce and scallions and garlic and shallots. It was very good. You know, the meat wasn't as chewy as bass, but the meat was very good, to my surprise. I've never steamed it before, and last time I tried it for the first time and it was good. So today I caught my limit, so one is gonna go to my neighbor, Brian, and then one, of course, we're gonna eat. Alright, well, that wraps it up for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I was out here for only about 2 hours today. As you can see, it's starting to get real choppy. It was raining on and off, and temperature is about 50 degrees. Water is probably in the 40s. But yeah, as you guys can see, water's choppy. It is normally calm, yeah, but this is pretty choppy. And you know, the fishes, when they're stressed out, or when there's like, when the water's choppy, they don't bite, they don't eat. Just like if you're sitting on a cruise boat and you know, the water's rocking you back and forth, like, you wouldn't be able to eat either. So yeah, so it looks like a storm is coming in again. So my hat's off to all those that wake up early in the morning, go out there, create content for us to watch. You know, for those people that I do watch, whether it's West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, wherever, even in Europe, I watch their content, and I know as a content creator, I support everyone. Like, if I see people out there are trying their best to create content, catch fish, I just subscribe to their channel anyways. I don't have my notifications turned on, but I'll subscribe and support them, and I'll give a thumbs up as well on their videos. So I hope you guys do the same for me. It would really help out the channel. Hey, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for all your support. All right, let's get a real measurement. So this one is about 14, a little over 14, as you can see, legal size.